Hello friends, I have a 2009 Chevrolet Malibu 2.4 liter engine, and it was showing me uh, traction service now the traction light, and the traction light with the triangle would come up. Also at the same time my cruise control stopped working. Means what was happening was um, it would be difficult to set the cruise, so I had to click multiple times, and sometimes it would set, sometimes it would not, and even if it would set, it would disengage after some time, like in a minute or half a minute or a few seconds it would immediately disengage. So I was wondering like what's wrong. Did a lot of diagnosis of the problem, and then I checked whether I'm getting a speed sensor signal from the wheel hub. There is a sensor at each and every wheel. So I connected a scanner, and I saw that the signal is coming strong from all the four wheels. There is no problem. So we strike that out as a possibility. And then we observed that the brake light was staying on, even if nobody is pressing the brake pedal. So that immediately told us that okay, the brake switch which is near the pedal must be malfunctioned, and there was like no other and this is connected to both the systems, like cruise control as well as the traction system. So I went to our advanced auto parts and was able to get this part. This is the box, and this is the part number, and to get this thing out is very difficult. You really have to be a gymnast to be able to go under the steering wheel and then be able to pull this thing out. It's very difficult. So it has a dowel pin, and then there is the screw, and the screw, so that its screw is having some kind of glue on top of it so that it stays in place and doesn't uh, loosen out during the vibration. So it's really hard to get out this part from bending underneath. You really have to be flexible. I was quite flexible, even though I'm like overweight, obese, and still I was like, I had to bend like this backward to be able to go underneath. If you are a slim guy, it should not be that difficult. So anyway, it was really hard to get out this part, and then to put this part back is much more harder. So the way there is the spring mechanism, and the way at uh, when it is at rest, it has to be at this angle when it goes in. So the dowel pin has to go in its hole, and then the screw has to match this, and you have to be able to hold it like this, engage the hole with the dowel pin, and then at the same time screw from this side. And there is not enough space to do all this together. You don't have enough hands to hold this and then do that. So what I did was I used a zip tie to hold this at place. If you leave it, it springs back. So there is a spring mechanism involved here. So use a zip tie to hold it at this place, and then position it in such a way that the dowel pin, once this, it is much easier once you use the zip tie idea to hold it at 90 degrees like this, and then position it so that the dowel pins and the holes are aligned, and then use somebody to push it with a finger and then do the screw part. Then getting the screw tight is very hard. I had to call my 12-year-old daughter, and she helped me to wiggle in and tighten the screw. So this was one of the hardest job I did in my 10 years I'm repairing cars. So just wanted to share this experience for anybody who is struggling with this particular problem with their Chevy Malibu. Thank you.